Intro. Hey moviegoers, and welcome to Moviegoer. I'm Max Forrest.
I'm Paul, and today I'll be talking about Sinners.
Hey, get back inside.
So, I'm very happy I saw this in theaters. I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Unfortunately, there was a huge plot element that was spoiled in the trailers, especially in the second trailer. If you haven't seen the second trailer, please don't watch it. The first trailer spoiled enough. Go into this movie as blind as possible. And if you haven't seen any trailers and know nothing about it, check it out. I'm interested to hear your opinion on it. All you need to know is that it's a drama thriller. I want to try to manage your expectations though. I think people are severely overhyping it. It is good, just, calm down a bit. The characters have distinct traits, but they're surface level. Michael B. Jordan playing the twins, Smoke and Stack, was great. The doubling VFX were killer. Actually, what's funny? We got 3 movies recently with doubling VFX. We got Sonic 3, Mickey 17, and Sinners. I don't know, I just thought it was a funny observation. For Sinners, I caught a couple of the tricks here and there, but most of it was really good. I honestly forgot halfway through that it wasn't 2 separate people. Each brother has a wildly different personality, and he hits the mark on both. The supporting cast is great. Everyone really shines in their roles, especially the villain, played by Jack O'Connell. He's an interesting adaptation of this particular kind of villain. The cinematography is really well done. It looks great. It feels dirty and real. The lighting is dramatic and artistic. So I'm sure you've heard there's been some buzz about a sequence that happens in the middle of the movie, and man, wow, I was blown away. Such an amazing piece of creativity, using the visual and audio medium of film to its fullest. If anyone remembers the first Creed movie, that long one-take shot of the boxing match in the middle, expertly choreographed and staged, a unique idea for a boxing movie. This takes that long one-take idea and expands on it. It's clear Ryan Coogler and his team are growing and fine-tuning their skills. This is one of those things you have to see in theaters. If you have an IMAX screen near you, see it. If you don't, still see it. Don't watch this on garbage streaming. This is what movies are supposed to be. The main thing that keeps this from being a high score is the pacing. It does drag about a third of the way through. It's trying to cover a lot of ground with all the main characters, but there's too many to give them the proper time to really care. It takes too much time introducing us to all these different characters and loses time focusing on the main plot line. A little later, it's clear why there's so many characters. The short of it is, each main character represents a different deadly sin. And I can go into greater detail during the discussion, because, some of it can get into light spoilers. But the whole 7 deadly sins thing isn't the most original idea. There are much cooler concepts in this that could have been explored more. And of course, I'll explain it a little more, because it dips into spoiler territory, so I'll save that for later. But anyway, this is a light 4 out of 5. I recommend it. The big thing that saves it is that awesome middle sequence. But it's still so nice seeing a new original film doing well in theaters. So please, continue supporting your local theaters. This is what movies are all about. So did you see the trailers for this?
Yep.
So you kind of know, the big twist.
Vampires?
Yeah. I think we could put a spoiler, or a light spoiler warning. I'm not going to go into, anything crazy, but, yeah, man, they really should have kept the vampire thing out of the trailers. Because just the fact that it's, this black community facing adversity in the deep south, trying to open up their own juke joint, that's already, a compelling story.
Yeah.
I feel like the vampires didn't need to be there. They could have focused on another concept that the movie had was, and this was part of the cold open, where some people have a special gift where they can play music so well that it opens up, kind of blurs the line between the real world and the spirit world, and it just kind of brings together spirits from the past, present, and future.
It's cool.
And I feel like that's already a pretty cool hook.
Yeah, I'd say.
So pretty much the whole the whole point of the movie is these guys trying to open up their own juke joint. They left this town, went to Chicago, kind of got involved with like some shady stuff up there, wanted to leave.
Al Capone, right?
Yeah. Came back down. And I thought that was going to be a bigger plot point, was them escaping Chicago, but that never really came up. But that's what you could have had the trailers allude to, was be like, oh, they escaped Chicago and now the Italians and the Irish mobs are coming after them. But then really, it's vampires, you know? So there's a way they could have marketed this and keep the vampires. Because the reveal, so it starts off with these Native Americans chasing down this guy. He comes to a house and he's begging them to let them in, to let him in. And you know how vampires, they have to be invited in. So he's like trying to get this lady to like invite him in the house. She does. He escapes the Indians.
Native Americans.
Never Native Americans, sorry. He escapes the Native Americans. And then he bites the wife, bites the husband. And it's still you're not really sure if it's like vampires fully. I mean, if you know the trailers, obviously, but it's still not fully revealed yet. It's a little bit later when this trio of vampires show up to the juke joint and lure one of them out. And when she's walking away, he just starts flying and it cuts right before he gets her. And it was like such a cool reveal. It was such a cool moment.
It's cool.
Yeah, so this does kind of like rely on the audience kind of already knowing the basic folklore behind like vampires.
Cool.
But yeah, the thing with the 7 deadly sins, like each character being a deadly sin, like there's arguments for each character being like representing a different one. It is kind of blurry, like, but that's the thing. It's like now you have like 7 main characters that all have distinct personalities. I caught some of them, like Smoke was definitely wrath, Stack was greed because all he talked about was money. There's this one like married lady that comes by and fools around with Sammy, so she's obviously lust. The old man, he's really funny, but all he does is drink all day, so he's like gluttony. Yeah, there's another character that's pride because she kind of takes her own vengeance into her own hands and kind of screws everyone over. The Haley Steinfeld, she's envy, obviously, because she just talks about how she wants to be part of a community, but she wants to be part of this black community, but she's a white girl, so, you know. And then there's this other great character, his name was Cornbread. He was funny, I liked him a lot, and he was obviously Sloth because he's kind of, his laziness kind of screws people over later in the movie. But there's arguments for some of the characters to kind of blend and go into different sins too. But you know, the music, dude. Oh my God, the music was awesome. The music was so good. Like, I kind of want to get the soundtrack album to this. Like, the music was really good. So that's why you know, despite the pacing issues, that's why I think this is still like a solid movie. But I think people are overhyping it though. People are still going a little too crazy over it. It's not perfect, you know.
Outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you could subscribe, comment, and set notifications, that would be fantastic. Also, if you could click on the playlist, that would be great too.